Welcome to a video on quadratic equations. In this video, we'll learn how to solve quadratic equations graphically using the free online graphing calculator program Desmos. Let's get started. Throughout this video, I'll be creating several graphs using Desmos. All of the graphs used in this video are linked in the video description below. Please use the links to follow along with the video. Let's go over the directions on how to solve quadratic equations using Desmos, and then we'll look at some examples together. First, enter the left and right sides of the equation as two separate functions, say f of x and g of x. Next, click on the intersection point or points to reveal the coordinates. The solution to the equation is the x-coordinate of the intersection point. Let's take a look at our first example. We want to solve the equation x squared minus 10x plus 25 equals 0. To solve this equation graphically using Desmos, we're going to call the left side of the equation f of x and the right side of the equation g of x. So f of x is going to be the function x squared minus 10x plus 25, and g of x is going to be the function 0. Let's go over to Desmos and enter these two functions into a cell on the left-hand side. Open your internet browser and go to the website desmos.com. Toward the top of the screen, press the button that says Graphing Calculator, or from the Math Tools pull-down menu, select Graphing Calculator. When the Graphing Calculator first opens, you'll be looking at a blank graph. To enter your functions, click on a cell on the left-hand side. You can either use your keyboard if you're working on a regular computer, or you can use the Desmos keypad located at the bottom left of your screen. Use the ABC key to toggle back and forth between the alphabet keyboard and the numeric keyboard. If you need to square a variable, you can use the A squared button on your keypad. I'll go ahead and enter the functions using my keyboard. I've entered both the left and right-hand sides of our equation as two separate functions, calling them f of x and g of x. The solution to our equation will be the intersection point of these two graphs. It looks like these two graphs intersect at one point. Use your mouse or simply tap on the intersection point to reveal the coordinates. It looks like these two functions intersect at the point 5, 0. The solution to our equation is the x-coordinate of this intersection point. So our solution is x equals 5. To summarize, we graph the left and right hand sides of this equation as two separate functions. We found they intersected at the point 5, 0. So the solution to the equation is x equals 5. It's the x-coordinate from that point. Now let's take a look at our second example. Let's solve the equation negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 3 equals 0. Once again, we'll call the left-hand side f of x and the right-hand side g of x. So f of x will be the function negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 3, and g of x will continue to be the function 0. Let's go back to Desmos and enter these functions. To enter these functions, you can just simply edit the f of x and g of x function that you entered before. If you'd like to make a new graph, press on the three lines toward the upper left-hand side and select New Blank Graph. I'll go ahead and edit these two functions. I've edited f of x and g of x to be the two functions for the left and right-hand side of the second example. It looks like these two functions intersect at two different points. The point 0.419, 0 and 3.581, 0. Since these graphs intersect at 2 points, the equation has two solutions. So when we graph the left and right-hand side of this equation, we found two intersection points. That tells us that the two solutions to this equation are x equals 0.419 and x equals 3.581. Now let's take a look at our third example. We want to solve the equation 3x squared minus 2x equals negative 5. Once again, we'll let f of x be the left-hand side, so f of x is the function 3x squared minus 2x, and g of x will be the function negative 5. Let's go back to Desmos and edit the functions f and g to match this new equation. I went ahead and edited the functions f and g to match our third equation. So f of x is the function 3x squared minus 2x, and g of x is the function negative 5. The left-hand side, which was f of x, is this parabola that's opening upward. G of x is the horizontal line at negative 5. These graphs will never intersect. Since these graphs will never intersect, there is no solution to our equation. So since the left side is never going to be equal to or intersect the right-hand side of our equation, this equation has no solution. And finally, let's solve the equation x squared minus 10x plus 1 equals 4. Just as we did in the first three examples, we'll let f of x equal the left-hand side, x squared minus 10x plus 1, and g of x to equal the right-hand side, so g of x will equal 4. Let's once again go back to Desmos and enter our new functions in for f and g. I've entered the details for f of x and g of x for this fourth equation. However, my graph doesn't seem to be big enough. Let's go over to the upper right-hand side. You can either click the wrench to set the graph settings, or you can press the plus and minus buttons to zoom in and zoom out, or you can use your mouse to scroll in and out. It looks like these two functions intersect at two different points. That tells us that this equation has two solutions. Our first intersection point is the point negative 0.292, 4, and our second intersection point is 10.292, 4. The x coordinates are the solutions to our equation. To summarize, we found that these two functions intersect at two different points, which tells us that the solutions to the equation are x equals negative 0.292 and x equals 10.292. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.